Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, chapter 12, text 34. Sarit sarasu sailesu vanesu upavanesu cha jatra ko chasan rushayas tatraha sannihito haraha. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Following Mohini, Lord Shiva went everywhere, near the source of the rivers and lakes, near the mountains, near the forests, near the gardens, and wherever there lived great sages. He remarks that Mohini Murti dragged Lord Shiva to so many places, especially to where the great sages lived, to instruct the sages that their Lord Shiva had become mad for a beautiful woman. Thus, although they were all great sages and saintly persons, they should not think themselves free, but should remain extremely cautious about beautiful women. No one should think himself liberated in the presence of a beautiful woman. The Shastras enjoin matra swasrab duhitrava na vivikta sanam bhavet balavan indriya gramo vidvansam api karsati. One should not stay in a solitary place with a woman, even if she be his mother, sister, or daughter. For the senses are so uncontrollably powerful that in the presence of a woman, one may become agitated, even if he is very learned and advanced. Here, you see the condition of Lord Shiva. Following Mohini, Lord Shiva went everywhere, near the source of the rivers and lakes, near the mountains, near the forests, near the gardens, and wherever there lived great sages. Srila Vishwanath Thakur remarks that Mohini Murti dragged Lord Shiva to so many places, especially to where great sages lived, to instruct the sages that their Lord Shiva had become mad for a beautiful woman. Thus, although they were all great sages and saintly persons, they should not think themselves free, but should remain extremely cautious about beautiful women. About beautiful women. So beautiful woman is a danger. Is a danger, isn't it? Is a danger, great danger. One should understand. Isn't Yogeshwar? The great danger. No one should think himself liberated in the presence of a beautiful woman. No. No one should think. The Shastras enjoin matra, susra, duhitrava, na vivikta sano bhavet, balavan indragramo, vidvansam api karsati. One should not stay in a solitary place with a woman, even if she be his mother, sister, or daughter. For the senses are so uncontrollably powerful that in the presence of a woman, one may become agitated, even if he is very learned and advanced. Haranti api jyotirmanaha, it is said. Haranti api jyotirmanaha, jyoti, great sages and saints. Their mind becomes agitated. Take the case of Saubhari Muni, Vishwamitra Muni. Thousands of years, thousands and thousands of years, they did sadhana. Very severe, strict sadhana. They underwent. They achieved also very wonderful yogic perfection also. Still, they cannot be from this lusty desires. Their mind become agitated seeing women. But to speak of others. But to speak of others. Such is there. Such is there. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, many places you'll find this instruction is there. Instruction is there. Lord Shiva is not an ordinary personality. Very powerful personality. Well, very often we repeatedly say that Lord Shiva was a control, what to say, self-controlled personality. Do you understand? Who has controlled his senses. Mahajogi, great yogi, and great Vaishnava also. Still his condition is this. Who had burnt the cupid into ashes, isn't it? And who drank the ocean-like poisons and digested it. Such personality. Very powerful personality. Not ordinary person. Still, his case, condition is like that. You understand? Also you'll find in 6th canto of Bhagavatam, in the assembly of saints, sadhus, Lord Shiva was sitting with his wife, Parvati. Do you understand? Allowing wife, his Parvati, sit on his lap. You understand? And he was also embracing Parvati. Still, his mind was not agitated. You understand? Such a personality, Shivaji. Now, his mind is agitated, senses are agitated, seeing the beautiful woman, Mohini Murti. Therefore, at that time, that Chitraketu saw this. When Shivaji was sitting in the assembly of the sadhus, saints, keeping his wife on his lap and embracing. Then the Chitraketu said, Prayaso prakritasapi striyam rahasi vibrati ayam mahabratadharo vibharti sadasi striyam. You understand? Chitraketu says, those who are conditioned souls, those who are builder souls, you understand, materialistic persons, they generally in a solitary place, what do you say, enjoy their wives, the beautiful women, remain there. But it's wonderful. It's amazing that Lord Shiva, who is a Paramahansa, who is such a great Paramahansa, Abhudhut, is sitting in front of the sadhus, embracing his wife, Parvati. Do you understand? What will he teach to the people in general? Such Paramahansa, yogi. He was sitting there with his wife Parvati and embracing him. Still his mind was not agitated. But in the presence of sadhus, should not have done so. Because the Vaishnava or sadhu should teach the people in general by his example. You understand? The sadhu should not do like that. That is the purpose of Chitraketu's statement. The such Shiva is in such a condition now. His mind is agitated. His mind is agitated. So ninth canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, you will find Jajati, King Jajati says, gives in his own soliloquy. Jadastidya drumati vir jijyato jana jijyate tang trusnang dukkha nivahan sarma kamon drutam tijet. This desire for sex enjoyment, for material enjoyment is so irresistible. Do you understand? Irresistible. That even an old man, very, very old man, jijyato jana jijyate. He is going to die, you see. Still, he has not given up that desire. He is not free from that desire. What to speak of others? An old man, very old man, jijjato janu jijjate, is going to die. Still he has that desire. In this respect, in this regard, we tell a story. There is a story. This Emperor Akbar, Mughal emperor, famous Mughal emperor, Emperor Akbar. In Akbar's court, there was Biraballah. Do you understand? What is say? Vidusaka, who speaks funny stories, makes people laugh. Joker. So, is Biraballah. So once Biraballah said, to Emperor Akbar that oldest persons, very, very old persons are also not free from this sex desire. They're not free from sex desire. They have sex desire. You understand? But Akbar said, no, it's not possible. Oh, yes. Yes. So, let us test. You find out the oldest person in your empire, who is very, very old and going to die. Let us go to him. You understand? There such a person was found out. Birabal said, all right, you will go, I'll go, and we'll take your young daughter, maiden daughter, with us. She should be dressed nicely, should put a nice sari, nice ornaments, looking like angel, very beautiful. We should take with her, take her with us. So three of us will go. They went there. And message was sent also, Emperor Akbar was coming. That old man thought of, why Emperor Akbar is coming to me? I'm an ordinary man. All right, they arrived there. That person was lying on the bed, his deathbed. He's lying, he cannot move, you see, lift himself. Now, one side of the cart, Emperor Akbar and Biraballah stood. And the other side of the cart, that Akbar's young daughter stood. So that old man looked at the young daughter of Akbar. Didn't look at Akbar. He didn't look at Akbar. He looked at that young daughter. That Biraballah said, you see, he's not looking at you. He's looking at your daughter. Then what I say is not true. Then Akbar says, yes, it's true. The Bhagavatam says, 9th canto. Jadastya jadrmati virjijjata jana jijjate tantrasna dukkha nibbana sarma kama dhrutam tejet. And so, one who is very intelligent, very wise, he should immediately give up this desire of sexual enjoyment. Do you understand? Immediately, if he really wants happiness, if he really wants happiness and pleasure in his life, he should immediately give up this thing. Because this is the source of all types of miseries. Jehi sasra bhoga dukkha jono eva tyajanta banta kaunteya nate suramate buddha. Gita says. Do you understand? Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Buddha, those who are really learned, they don't run after this. They never run after this enjoyment, material enjoyment, sense enjoyment. Because they know this is not real enjoyment. This is not real enjoyment. Dukkha zonaya. Because its outcome is unlimited miseries. Whose outcome is unlimited misery? Is it really enjoyment or happiness? It's not real enjoyment or happiness. The outcome is unlimited misery. Huh? Sponsa bhoga dukkha zonaya is a dukkha zonaya. It is source of all sorts of miseries. So Buddha, learned person, wise person, never runs after it. He's really wise. Yeah? So if someone wants real happiness, he should immediately give up the sense enjoyment. How can one give up? It's not an easy thing. An old man who is so old, he cannot give up. Huh? How a young man can give up? Huh? It's not easy thing. That's Dustidya, it says Dustidya is very difficult to give up. It's very difficult to give up. It's not an easy thing. How can one give up? That it means. Huh? Huh? Rusikena, Rusikesa sevanam. You understand? Rusikena, Rusikesa sevanam bhakti ruchyate. Rupa Goswami. Huh? Are Baba, out of sight, out of mind. Mind is thinking of that thing. It may be out of sight, but stupid mind is thinking of that thing. Stupid mind is not thinking of Krishna. Krishna says, Manmana bhava. Huh? Manmana bhava. Krishna says, think of me only. Huh? Keep me in your mind. Drive out all other thoughts from your mind. Are you doing so? Stupid mind is thinking of what? Sutamita ramanira chinta. Stupid mind is thinking of the woman. If it's a householder, married person, thinking of his wife, his daughter, his son, his so-called friend. Huh? He's thinking of Krishna. Huh? Out of sight, out of mind. He may be living in a far off place, still thinking, my wife would be what is she doing? Huh? Katham priyaya anukampitaya sangangrahasya sruchirasya mantran sruta sneha sita srisunang kalakhanang anurakta chitta. Seventh canto, Prahlad Maharaj says, oh, the sweet smile of my wife, sweet voice of my wife is always coming to mind. This stupid mind is thinking of this thing. Ankampasangam rahasya. His jokings, his smilings, his dealings, gestures, postures. How can I forget it? Yogeshwar. You are saying out of sight, out of mind. A stupid mind is saying it, thinking of it. How can I forget it? Even I have very small little kids, 3-year, 4-year, 5-year-old, those who have like the Dinabandhu's sons. As kids, those who have started speaking broken language, daddy, mommy, daddy, mommy. My dad, what that do? It's very sweet to hear. How can I forget all these things? Huh? Do you follow me? Mind is so stupid. Still it cannot forget. If you have not developed attraction to that all beautiful Krishna, Vrindavana Prakrita Navinavadana, who is always new and fresh cupid, ever new and fresh cupid in Vrindavan. Generally, cupid is very beautiful in this material world. That cupid makes your mind agitated, isn't it? Do you follow me? That cupid makes your mind agitated. That cupid has a bow and arrow, is made up of flowers. It's made up of flowers, bow and arrow, and swords. That arrow. Then your mind becomes agitated with sexual enjoyment. Huh? But Krishna is Vrindavane Aprakrita Navinavadana. Krishna is ever fresh and new, Cupid, ever fresh and new. Every moment newer and newer Cupid is transcendental Cupid, not material Cupid. Do you understand? Huh? If that Cupid can occupy your mind, then you are free. Otherwise, you are not free. Otherwise, you are not free from the arrow of material Cupid. Do you understand? Therefore, Krishna says, Manmana Bhava. Think of me, put me in your mind. How can one think of Krishna and put Krishna in your mind? It's very easy to say, but how difficult it is. We are trying, and we are chanting in the name of Krishna, Hare Krishna, but mind is hovering here and there. Huh? Is there Krishna in the mind? Impossible. Because you have not developed attraction towards Krishna. Because you have not developed love for Krishna. Krishna is the only object of love. You have not developed that love. How can mind think of Krishna? Mind thinks, stupid mind thinks, that person or that object, that he likes. You understand? That he likes. But your mind has not developed attraction, love towards Krishna. How can you think of Krishna? Therefore, it is said, even an old man, very, very old, going to die, still is very difficult on his part also to give up this desire for sense enjoyment. What to speak of others? You see, those who are so much attached to their homes, to their family, to their wife, children, gromedhi, as you say, gromedhi, how they spend their time, you see, their whole lifespan. Nidraya hyate naktum bevaye nachabhavaya divacharthaya rajan kutumba bharanena va dehapatyo kolatradi swatma sanyesu asaswapi tesang pramatva nidanam pasyannapi na pasyati. Sukadeva Goswami says to Parikshit Maharaj. Do you know this? Do you know this verse? You have not listened?
Yes, but essentially I have my mind.
Where is your mind? Where is your mind?
We bring one question. I was bringing my one question.
You first hear. Concentrate. Keep your mind here. Do you understand? Krishna Katha, Bhagavata Katha. Nidraya hyate naktam vevayena chabhavaya divacharthya rajan kutumba bharanena va dehapatra kalatradi swatma sanyasu asaswapi tesang pramatva nidanam pasyannapi na pasyati. You have that book, Bhagavata? Big book? Find out that verse. Second canto, first chapter, third and fourth verse. Find out. 2, 1, 3, 4. Read the translation of Srila Prabhupada. Did you find out? 2, 1, 3, 4. Nidraya hyate naktam. Do you find? Yes, read.
The lifetime of such an envious householding, passed at night either sleeping or in sex indulgence.
Yes.
And the days are either to make money or the infant family member.
Yes. Then, next verse.
Persons devoid of Atma Tattva do not inquire into the problems of life. being too attached to the boundless soldiers like body,
Mm.
and life.
Mm.
For those who may be experienced, they still do not see the inevitable destruction.
Yes. Though they see, they don't see or cannot see. Pasyannapi na pasyat. Do you understand? Though they see, wife is dying, son is dying, father dies, mother dies, friend dies. Do you understand? Still they cannot see. Though they see, still they cannot see. Pasyannapi na pasyat. So madness is only madness, nothing else. In third canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Kapil says, this Kapil's instruction to his mother, Devahuti. Jadi asadvi pathi punna sisnodara kutadami. Find out that verse. We'll read. It's 331, 32, 42 verse. Jadi, third canto, 31st verse. Text, I must say chapter. 331. Verse begins from 32nd to 42nd, 10 verses. Jasi asadvi pathi punasisnodara krutodammi asti toramate jantus tamo visadi purbavat satyam sausam daya maunam buddhi srir hrir jasa khyama samo dama bhagastethi jat sangat jati sankhayam tesu asantesu mudhesu khanditatmasu asadhusu sangam nakurjat sasyesu josit krida mrugesu cha. Do you find? Verse 32, 32, 33, 34. Jadi asadvi. Fine? Read translation.
Therefore, the living entity again associates with the path of unrighteousness, influenced by sensually minded, engaged in the pursuit of sexual enjoyment and the gratification of the palate. He again goes to hell as before.
Yes. Then next verse.
He becomes embroidered from its cleanliness, mercy, gravity, spiritual intelligence, shyness, prosperity, fame, forgiveness, control of the mind, control of the senses, fortune, and all such opportunities.
All good qualities are lost if he associates with woman, isn't it? The next verse. Tesu asantesu mudhesu.
One should not associate with the course of mood, with bereft of the knowledge of self-realization. It's no more than a dancing dog in the hands of the woman.
No more than a
dancing dog.
Dancing doll, puppet. Dancing puppet in the hands of woman. Do you understand? Josit kridam gosus. The next verse says, Na tathasya bhaven moho bandasanya prasangata josi sangat jatha punso jatha tatsangi sangata.
The infatuation of bondage, which accrues to a man in attachment to any other object, is not as deep as that resulting from attachment to a woman or the fellowship with men or bond with women.
Yes. Prajapati swangduhitaram društva tadrupadharsita rohit bhutang swannadhavat rukhyarupi hadatrapa tatsrushta srushta srushtesu kono khandita deepaman rusing narayanam rute josin majjeho mayaya balam pasyame mayaya balam me pasya mayaya strimajja daino disang jakaroti padakrantam bhuvi drummena kevalam. Read 36 verse.
At the sight of his own daughter, Brahma was bewildered by charms.
But to speak of others, even Lord Brahma's case, yes.
And shamelessly ran up to her and pulled the stag.
Yeah. Ran behind her, Brahma's case. Now it is Shiva's case. What to speak of others? The next verse, Tasrushta Srushtesu, yes.
Amongst all kinds of living beings begotten by Brahma,
Mm.
the men, demigods, and animals,
Mm.
saints, Narayana,
Yes.
adhering to the attraction of Maya,
Mm.
well,
Only Narayana. Except Narayana Rishi, all are being, do you understand? Captivated. All are captivated by women. Balam me pasyamaya astri majja jaino disang jakaroti padakrantam rubijumena kevalam. 38 verse.
just trying to understand the mind strength, my Maya, in the shape of woman,
Yes.
who by the mere movement of her eyebrows,
Yeah.
keep the greatest confidence of the world under her grip.
Yes. Bhubaneswar only by one glance. Huh? By casting one glance, she can make dog great warriors of the world. Such powerful glance. Therefore, we have this instruction which says, don't look at the face of a woman. Don't look at the face of a woman. Look down. Otherwise, she'll make you down, capture you. You understand? That power is there in our glance. Balo me pasimaya, that Kapladev says, Sangana kurja pramada sujatu, jogasya parangaru rukyo, matsevaya pratilabdhatma labho, badanti jan niredvarangasya. Yes.
And the Swami has reached the culmination of yoga and has realized itself. Service unto men. Should never associate with an attractive woman.
Never associate, yes.
For such a woman is declared in the scriptures to be the gateway to hell, the advancing the rosary.
Yes, gateway to hell. Jopajati sanirmaya, josiddeva nirmita, tang ikhyata atmana mrityum truni kupam ivabhritam. How she comes to the Purus, do you understand? The male. How she comes, then says.
The woman, being from the Lord, representation of Maya, and one who associates with such Maya by accepting services must certainly know that this is the way of death, just like a blind well covered with grass.
How she comes? The woman comes, do you understand? To offering service. May I help you, sir? May I help you, sir? May I prepare bed for you nicely? You lie, sleep. May I prepare nice dishes for you, sir? May I iron your clothes, sir?
First said that Martian is not necessarily a musical women, but just as guys necessarily angry women. If I have a chance, I'd rather have a good women are.
I say, beautiful woman is danger. Do you understand? A beautiful woman is a great danger. If a woman is ugly, it's not as dangerous as a beautiful woman. But danger is there, but it's not as dangerous. It's not dangerous. Do you understand, Yogeshwar? It's still danger, but not as dangerous. You see, Japodati sanirmaya, josiddeva vinirmita, tangikhyatmana mrityum troni kupam upabrita. One is really wise and learned, intelligent, he should not look at such a woman who is coming, just offering some service. Can I help you, sir? Can I render some service to you? You seem to be very tired, so let me prepare your bed to lie down. You seem to be very hungry. Let me prepare nice dishes for you. You seem to be very thirsty. Shall I give you a nice sarbat, glass of sarbat? In this way she comes. Do you understand? You see, there's also one case there. With Shivaji. Shivaji's case also is there. This Parvati in our previous birth was Sati, isn't it? The daughter of Daksha Prajapati, isn't it? Is Sati. That Sati of Maharaja Parvati, that's Parvati, became Parvati. And Lord Shiva then underwent very severe austerity, tapasya. Do you understand? Very severe austerity. Lord Shiva underwent. And took that vow, I'll never accept wife now. Do you understand? Took that vow. She was, that means Shivaji was in trance, undergoing very severe penance, austerity and penance. At that time, there was, what is that? A demon, Tarakasura, attacking the heavenly planets, demigods. And he was unconquerable, you see. He was unconquerable, very powerful, and he was unconquerable. And he had that boon. Only if a son would be born from Shiva, that is Kartikeya. You understand? He could only kill him. Nobody else can kill him. And that Kartikeya could be the commander chief, chief commander of this demigod soldiers. Under his command, if the battle would go, there would be battle, fighting against that Tarakasura, then he would be killed. Kartika not to. So what to be done? Shivaji was in very severe austerity, was undergoing severe austerity and penance, and had taken vow not to accept. Why? What to do? The demigods were thinking. So they sent Cupid. Do you understand? They sent Cupid. Go with your wife Rati Devi and agitate the mind of Shiva. If his mind will be agitated, then he will accept the wife. And Parvati Devi, do you understand? Shiva's wife Parvati. She was also undergoing severe austerity. How to get Shiva as my husband? Do you understand? How to have Shiva as my husband. She was doing like that. So when Cupid went there and shot his arrow, you understand? Tried to agitate the mind of Shiva. Shiva became very angry. And from his third eye, his Trilochan, he has 3 eyes, third eye is here. From third eye, fire came out, and with that fire, Cupid was burnt to ashes. Isn't it? Such personality is Shiva. Not ordinary personality. And Parvati Devi was every day going there to the place where Shivaji was meditating. He was in meditation trance. Very severe penance austerities going on. Parvati Devi was going, cleaning the place, smearing the place with cow dung, and you see, burning the incense, and putting some flowers, some nice scents, nice this. Every day she used to go there and do that thing. Still Shivaji was not opening his eyes. You understand? Not opening his eyes. Parvati Devi has put a nice sari, nice ornaments, tinkling, zoom, zoom, tinkling. You understand? After many days, still she was going. One day, that there was some relaxation in meditation. She was in meditation. So the tinkling sound of the bells of this Nupur fade off. Parvati entered into the ears of Shivaji. Then Shivaji opened his eyes and saw the Parvati. Then became agitated. You understand? They got married then. Parvati, then that son, Kartikeya, was born. Then that demon was killed. Such is the case also with Shivaji. It says, Dopajati sanirmaya, josi deva vinirmita, tangi khetatmanamuttum tuning kupam ivabrutam. So Maya, in the form of a woman, comes nearer, closer, closer, closer to the man, offering services. Do you understand? Offering services. May I help you? May I render some service? Aha, like this. You understand? But one who is wise, he should not look at her, should not accept any service from her. He should look at her with a blind, very dark, blind well covered up with soft grass. You understand? I'm very tired. This place is very nice, shady, cooling place, and soft grass like cushion, and Dunlop cushion. Let me sit. Dum, dum, all into the deep. It's the depth of that blind well. The wise man should not look at that Maya in the form of beautiful woman. Just look at that a very deep, dark well covered with soft grass. What is it? Foolish, unintelligent? You'll sit and fall down into the depth of that deep, blind well. Do you understand? Yogeshwar. This is what Kapladev says. Then Jamanyata Pati Mohan Manmayang Rusabhayating Stritum Sri Sangata Prapto Vita Patya Gruhapradam Tangatmano Bijanyat Pati Apatya Gruhatmakam Daibo Pasaditam Mrityum Murgayor Gayanam Jatha. Translation 41, 42 verse.
Living entity grew as a result of African women. His previous life has been endowed with the form of a woman. Who looks upon life in the form of a man, her husband, as the restorer of wealth, progeny, house, other material assets. A woman therefore should consider her husband, her house, and her children to be the arrangement of the external energy of the Lord for her death. Just as the sweet singing of the hunter is death for the deer.
Yes, so singing of hunter is death for the deer. Similarly, the attraction, the attachment to that woman is death for the man. Isn't it? That is nice. Then you see this verse, 4th canto, 29th chapter. This is Narada Muni's instructions to King Prachinabari. Defined Sumana Samadharmanang Strinang Sarnasrame Puspamadhu Gandhavat Khyudratamam Kamya Karma Vipakajam Kama Sukhalabam Jayopasthyadi Vichintunam Vichinvantam Mithuni Bhuya Tadabhinivesita Manasam Sarangri Ganasama Gitabad Ati Manohara Banitadi Janala Peswati Tarang Ati Pralobhita Karnam Agre Bruka Juthabad Atmanah Ayur Harato Horatran Tan Kalalava Visesan Aviganajya Gruhesu Viharantam Pristhataeva Parakyam Anuprabruto Lubdhaka Krutanto Anta Sarana Jang Iha Parabidyati Tangimang Atmanang Ahorajan Bhinna Hridayam Drastum Arhasiti. 54, 55. Do you find that verse? 429, 54. Sumana Samadharmana.
Woman who was very attractive in the beginning, but with men very disturbing.
Yes.
Exactly like a flower. Attractive in the beginning and detestable at the end. With women, living entity is entangled in lusting desires, and he enjoys sex. Just as one enjoys the aroma of a flower. He thus enjoys a life of sense gratification from his tongue to his genitals. And in this way, the living entity considers himself very happy in family life. United with his wife, he always remains absorbed in such thoughts. He feels a great pleasure in hearing the talks of his wife and children, which are like sweet humming of bumblebees that collect honey from flower to flower. He forgets that before him is time, which is taking away his lifespan, passing of day and night. He does not see the gradual diminishing of his life, nor does he care about the superintendent of death, who is trying to kill him from behind.
from behind.
Just try to understand this. You're in a precarious position and are threatened from all sides.
Yes. Haritoshan vimukha strisangi sansarmana hridaya jiva. This is the condition of living entity who is so much attached to this family life. Do you understand? And absorbed, engaged in this sense enjoyment. Huh? He cannot notice how his lifespan is getting out, you see. It's going nearer to death. As if the example is that the deer is grazing. Do you understand? The pasture ground, but in front of the deer, a tiger is sitting just to devour him. Do you understand? And from the back, the hunter is aiming. Do you understand? At the shoot, at the deer. Do you understand? From the back side, there is hunter who is just aiming at the deer. He's ready to shoot his arrow. And the front side, tiger is there. From all sides, this danger is there. Still, is so callous. The deer is so callous that it cannot notice such thing. And such is the condition of the person, the man who is so much attached to this household affairs. You understand? Engaged in sense gratification, especially in sexual enjoyment, surrounded with his wife, his son, daughter, so-called friends, kids, cannot notice. Hari Bhupon is not engaged in loving service of Lord Hari. You understand? Only he is engaged in serving his own senses, serving his family man, serving his wife, his children. Do you understand? This is the condition. Narada Muni says this thing to King Prachinavari. Then he gives instructions. Sattvam vichakya mrgachestitam atmanantaschitam nyatsarudi kannadhuni chachitte jayanganasramam asattamajuthagatham prinihi hansa saranam viramakramena. That is instruction. Bolo.
My dear king,
Yes.
but just try to understand the allegorical position of the deer.
Ah.
Be fully conscious of yourself.
Mm.
Give up the pleasure of hearing about promotion and heavenly finance, good activity. Give up household life, which is full of sadness, as well as stories about such things, and take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the mercy of the liberated souls. In this way, please give up your attraction to material existence.
Yes. This is the instruction of Narada Muni to Prachinavari. Give up this household life. You understand? Go and associate with sadhus. Remain in that atmosphere of sadhus. Hansa Saranam Aswami. If you are serious to fulfill the purpose of your human birth, that is to achieve that fifth purusartha, Prem Bhakti, Krishna, Prem Bhakti, and get Krishna. That is the instruction. This is the condition of that householder who is so much attached to his household affairs, who is always thinking of this, of sex enjoyment and material enjoyment, surrounded with his wife, his children, his so-called friends and kith and kin. He's so callous that he cannot notice how his lifespan is getting out day by day, even minute, even a moment after moment. Isn't it? Yeah, if he is not attached, if he is not attached to the service of Krishna, loving service of Krishna, only attached to his wife or children, his so-called family. and always thinking of them, not thinking of Krishna. The same thing, same thing, same thing.
Well, that was associated with all great householders.
But they are not ordinary householders. Their condition is not like that.
That is mounting.
These mundane persons. You take the case of Srivas Pandit. He's a householder, but his son died. His son died. Mahaprabhu's kirtan was going on. Do you understand? In his courtyard. His son died. And the woman in the house, they began to cry. Then he immediately rushed there and stopped. Hey, don't cry, don't cry. Mahaprabhu's kirtan will be hampered. You silly woman, don't cry, stop crying. He said like this. Do you understand? He's not so touched. Then Mahaprabhu could understand everything. After a few minutes of kirtan, then he said, what? Something had happened. Something has happened in this house because I cannot get ecstasy in my kirtan. What had happened? Then they said, oh, Srivas' son is died. Oh, why didn't you tell me? Your son died. Then Srivas said, what happened? Let 100,000 sons die. What happened to me? You are there. Your kirtan is so nice and chanting. What is that death? If thousands of sons die, there is no harm, no loss to me. But if your kirtan is harmful, there's a great loss. So, what you say? So painful, it will be so painful to me. I cannot tolerate it. But what is this? No, this is not ordinary householder, you see. Then that teaching is there. Mahaprabhu said, let this householder take this lesson from Srivas Pandit. How to remain unattached. Only attachment to Krishna. Do you understand? Then Mahaprabhu said, I myself and Nityananda, we are your sons. We are your sons. Do you understand? We are your sons. And we are eternal sons. Never die. Other mundane sons may die. Do you understand? That's not mundane householders. They are not attached. That is their ideal. They have set an example before us. If you want to become householder like this. Only attachment to Krishna, not attachment to this mundane things. Hare Krishna.
We're talking about the condition of the what's the position of, say, like the brahmachari? He may not be attached to a woman, he may not be living with a woman. But the brahmachari is attached to worldly things or facility and like that.
He is a hypocrite. Hypocrite. Yes. Outwardly just posing, showing that I'm brahmachari, I'm not attached all madly. Mundane things. I am only thinking Krishna attached to it, but inwardly. Attached to women and thinking of all these things. So like Phalgu Vairagya is a Phalgu. Sitting Vairagya. This Phalgu river is there. Apparently outwardly looks dry. As if no water inside. But if you just remove little sand, so much water inside. So much water. That is Phalgu Vairagya. Do you understand? It's sitting Vairagya. Not real Vairagya. Outwardly Vairagya. Not, but so much attachment, mundane attachment, material attachment inside. This is hypocrite. Karmandriyani sanjama jastamana sasana indriyarthan gudama mithyachara sauchyate. Gita says he's a mithyachari. He's a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. He deludes himself. That's all right. Because outwardly posing, very much so much that. But inside, very much attached.
Just like in a purport you were reading about, actually Prabhupada was mentioning that one should not associate
alone with the wife or sister, and because even great saints or learned persons can fall down. But in our society, especially in the West, we are very much mixing with women, and this is the cause of many.
All this teaching is there.
Yeah,
This is custom. This is custom. Be cautious.
but the system in ISKCON, like in our society, is such that
It's not system. It's not system. It's not system. You have made it system. It's not system. You are not free. You are not free from some desire, some danger. If you are free, then you may. What to speak of you, such great saints, sages like Vishwamitra Muni, Savari Muni, huh? Thousands of years, they underwent such severe straight penance. Still they are not free. How do you think that you are free? Huh? From danger of women?
no, I don't think that I'm free, but my devotion can be protected if the mixing of women wouldn't be so prominent in the West as it is now.
Prominent. What sort of prominence?
The temple, the situation is there that women is also there, the brahmachari mixing with women. So you sometimes take
Welcoming danger, so falling into a trap of Maya. We see also that.
So and brahmacharis would stay in one ashram, and other parts
Separate ashram. That should be separate ashramas, not one ashram. Separate.
because we have
One who is very serious.
yes.
Arurukya Jogam, that verse we read, you see. One is very serious. Huh? The chief supreme perfection of life is should not mix. Like, should not. You understand? Yes. Should not. If your senses are completely engaged, every moment engaged in loving service of Krishna, then, and you only you see Krishna everywhere, nothing else. Do you understand? Nothing else. If I have achieved that perfection, only see Krishna everywhere. As you say, as we say, Habar Jangam dekhe na dekhe tar murti, sarvatra hi tar ishtadeva smrti. She is the living, moving and non-moving entities are objects, but it never sees outward forms. Sees the super soul or his Ishta, Krishna everywhere. Only he can mix, otherwise nobody can mix. Are you like that?
The day will come, Pastor.
Oh, danger. You are in danger and welcoming danger.
Very well.
And also you see how they are coming trap.
Trap is everywhere.
Yes, trap.
That's why we are coming here, Maharaj, because at least here we can be protected by you.
Do you understand? Develop love for Krishna and attraction to Krishna and see Krishna everywhere.
We need a drop
Then-
of that.
then-
we
then-
need a drop of that love.
Then you are protected. Then you are protected. Only see Krishna, nothing else. Jahan netra pade, tahan dekho ye amar. Wherever he looks, he'll see me only. He has bound me up in his heart by the rope of love.
Only praying of help.
Yes, jahan netra pade. ভক্ত আমার প্রেমে বাঁধিয়াছে হৃদয় ভিতরে যাহা নেত্র পড়ে তাহা দেখো আমার that dear devotee Maya has bound me up in his heart with the rope of love. I am there in bound up bondage. Wherever he looks, he only sees me. So he is protected. He is safe. There is no danger for him. No danger for him. He says, oh, what is this? Those beautiful women, oh, it's a part of Krishna's beauty. It should be enjoyed by Krishna. Krishna is the only enjoyer, I'm not the enjoyer. He sees in that perspective. Do you understand me, Yogeshwar? Oh, Krishna's enjoyment. It's Krishna will enjoy. Krishna is the enjoyer. I'm not the enjoyer. Do you understand? This should be enjoyed by Krishna. This is a part of Krishna's beauty, so beautiful. This is the beauty of Krishna there, not a woman's beauty.
Mirabai said to Jiva Goswami, Krishna is the only
Yes,
All
all of us are Prakriti.
Yeah.
Prakriti. Prakriti means feminine. Yes.
Gurudev, you were saying how living entity can't control the senses.
Mm.
Only the spiritual master's mercy, and the spiritual master controls the senses.
Mm.
So as aspiring devotees, how does a devotee get the mercy of the spiritual master so he can have enough strength to be able to always...
By his service, if he can please spiritual master. You understand? You should please him. Say, boya, by your service. What spiritual master wants, you should do at any cost. Then spiritual master is pleased. You get his mercy. How can you get his mercy? You can never get his mercy. Isn't that only you demand? Yes, shower mercy on me. A demand? Huh? Is a question of demand? Then? No question of demand. Isn't it? It's a command. You understand? Through your service, loving service, pleasing service, you must please.
So the spiritual master being external manifestation of the super soul,
Ah,
when he's pleased, then the super soul within the heart gives the ability for the devotee to be able to carry
yeah.
sense, control the senses, and
That means when your senses and mind are always engaged in the service of Rishikesha, under the guidance of that Guru, spiritual master, the senses and mind will never be attracted. Only they are attracted and getting pleasure and happiness in serving Krishna only. Otherwise, danger is there. I say, if your mind is not attracted towards Krishna, you have not developed love for Krishna, definitely you will be attracted by Maya, captured by definitely. Yes, you cannot save yourself. Cannot save yourself. You should understand. Krishna is the only object of love and attraction. All attractive, all beautiful. Madhurya Nilaya Krishna. Eh? You understand? He is the only object of love. He is all attractive, he is all beautiful. Is there any beauty in Maya? Ugly witch. Maya is ugly witch. And you see beauty in her. That's a rascal. You cannot see beauty in Krishna. Huh? You are such a rascal. See beauty. And how Krishna is, huh? Whose beauty far excels, you see, that of crores of cupids. And ever fresh and newer cupid, spiritual, transcendental cupid is Krishna. Yes. Let that cupid enchant you. Why material cupid? Why are you allowing material cupid to enchant you? Huh? That's nonsense, rascaldom. Huh? Do you follow me? Yes. Let that cupid enchant me. That ever fresh, new, transcendental cupid, Krishna. Let him enchant me. Yes. So there will be no enchantment from this metal cupid. Finished. Yes.
In the Vedic culture, it is said a chaste lady should be devoted to her husband and should serve husband properly. So according to those instructions, so one shouldn't accept the service from a woman. That is for the Griyamedi non-devotee or for the devotee as well. To not accept the, for example, a wife should take care of his husband, give him some facilities.
That's wife's duty. Devoted wife. Do you understand?
Yes.
Pativrata. Pativrata. Devoted to her husband. His devoted wife. Do you understand?
Yes.
Husband means master. Husband means Lord. Do you understand? Master and Lord. That is the meaning of husband. Huh? So wife should be devoted to the Lord, to the Master. Public brother, devoted to the husband. Huh? Just sati, just a wife and devoted wife. Huh? The ideal is Sita Devi, goddess Sita, the wife of Lord Ram. Do you understand? That's ideal. That's ideal. Sita Devi was never thinking of any person but Ram, her husband. Huh? Never thinks of any man. Only Lord Ram, her husband. So much devoted. Even when she was banished by Lord Ram, you understand? Lord Ram banished her, sent her to the forest. Still, she didn't think of anything evil of Lord Ram. Rather, says, let me die. I am now bereft of the service of my dear husband, who is heart and soul, mind, heart and soul, everything for me. So let me die. Let my body be burned to ashes, and let those ashes be used as manure at the root of a tree. Do you understand? Let that tree grow very luxuriantly. And the trunk of the tree should be utilized in preparing and making. Let a carpenter be called, and let that carpenter make some wooden sandals or wooden shoes.
Sandals.
Sandal or shoes for my dear husband. And in that way, let me serve my husband. It's such devotion. Do you understand me? Up to death also I'll serve in this way. You understand? Such devotion, such devoted wife and such just wife. Is there any such wife is there? Is so much devoted and just and things like that. Have you chastity? Have you chastity? Chastity is such strength, wonderful strength. There's such just lady, by dint of her chastity, who could, stop the rising of the sun. The sun couldn't rise. That story is there. That if I am really just lady, the sun won't rise. I say, sun won't rise. Because there's cause. If sun rises, then her husband will die. That was cause of that Muni, Mandukya Muni. Do you understand? It's Mandukya Muni. That cause. Then just lady said, if I'm really chaste, then sun will never rise. Then my husband will never die. And that happened. So is there any chaste lady? Let us say. We'll see. Yes, chaste lady. Really devoted and chaste lady. Is there anyone?
Sometimes the wife, like in ISKCON, may look at the husband.
Choro ISKCON.
Sri Gurudev ki